Title: American Sniper 2014, a riveting recap. Opening scene: suspenseful music, slow zoom on Chris Kyle aiming down his rifle. Meet Chris Kyle, husband, father, and the deadliest sniper in U.S. military history. With over 160 confirmed kills, he's a legend among Navy SEALs. But behind the scope, the cost of war is heavier than any bullet he's ever fired. Quick montage of action-packed war sequences. Before he became a soldier, Chris was just a Texas cowboy with a passion for rodeo. But after witnessing the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings, he knew his true calling: protecting his country. Cut to Chris training hard in boot camp. It wasn't easy. SEAL training pushed him to his limits, but his sharp eye and steady hand earned him a place among America's elite warriors. Scene of Chris meeting Taya at a bar. Then came Taya, a beautiful, strong-willed woman who saw past the soldier and into the man. They fall in love, but before they can build a life together, duty calls. First deployment: Chris in Iraq. A brutal battlefield where every street corner hides danger. From his perch above the city, Chris sees a mother handing her son a grenade, aimed at U.S. troops. It's his first kill, and it haunts him, but there's no time for hesitation. His brothers in arms depend on him. Montage of Chris taking out enemy targets, protecting his unit. His lethal accuracy earns him the nickname Legend, but it also makes him a high-value target. Enemy insurgents put a price on his head, and the deadliest sniper on the other side, Mustafa, is hunting him. Cut to Chris on the phone with Taya. Back home, Taya feels the weight of his absence. Every call is filled with static and fear. Chris is physically in Iraq, but mentally, he's nowhere at all. Back to the battlefield, a major firefight breaks out. The mission gets personal when a ruthless enemy leader known as the Butcher terrorizes local civilians. Chris and his team track him down, but every mission blurs the line between soldier and survivor. Scene of Chris finally spotting Mustafa. Then comes the moment of truth. A long-range shot against Mustafa. A single bullet, traveling over a mile, could end the deadly game of cat and mouse. Build tension. Scene cuts to Chris pulling the trigger. With the shot fired, enemy forces swarm. Chris and his team fight to escape in a sandstorm, barely making it out alive. Chris back home, sitting in silence, unable to adjust. But war doesn't end on the battlefield. Chris returns, only to find himself a stranger in his own home. Loud noises trigger him. Shadows feel like threats. Taya sees it. He's here, but not really here. Chris working with veterans, helping them cope. Determined to heal, Chris dedicates himself to helping fellow veterans. Slowly, the pieces of his life start coming back together. Final moments. Chris driving off with a veteran. And then, one fateful day, he leaves for a routine visit to help a fellow soldier. But tragedy strikes. Cut to black, a solemn note about his passing. Chris Kyle's legacy lives on, not just as a warrior, but as a husband, a father, and a hero who gave everything for his country. Closing scene. American flag waving, soft patriotic music. A true American sniper. Gone, but never forgotten. End screen, call to action, like and subscribe for more recaps. Let me know if you need any tweaks. I made sure to keep it engaging while avoiding major spoilers for the climax.